Madam President, I'm here on the floor to congratulate my UConn Huskies for a double national championship. It's only been done once before in the history of college basketball, the men winning a national championship and the women winning a national championship in the same year. And the last time it was us two, 1994, and now in 2004 and now in 2014. So very briefly, I want to add my congratulations to those offered by Senator Blumenthal. Our new coach, Kevin Ollie, when he took the job, went on TV and said that despite some of the tough times surrounding the UConn program, that his intent was for UConn basketball to take the stairs and not the elevator. He said that elevators were cowards and that they were going to walk one step at a time towards a national championship. Now, given the fact that our longtime Hall of Fame coach had just left, that we had sanctions that didn't allow our team to play for a year in the postseason, people thought that that just wasn't possible, that UConn was ever going to be able to return to the greatness that we have seen over the last 20 years. But in Coach Ollie's first tournament, he brought his team to a victory, led, of course, by our great point guard, Shabazz Napier. Another Connecticut first and second. There's only two players who were national champions in the men's tournament who scored 125 points, had 25 assists, and had 25 rebounds. Shabazz Napier is the second because Kemba Walker was the first in UConn's last national championship. The women, of course, are even more impressive in what they have done because they managed to win their national championship this year by going undefeated and beating another undefeated team in the national championship game in a rout. Now, of course, that's become kind of old hat for the UConn women. This is the third time that they've gone undefeated in the past 6 years, and it is their fourth title in 6 years, Gino Auriemma's ninth title overall, now eclipsing the great Pat Summitt. And if you watched the game last night, you saw our coach Auriemma in kind of an uncommon display of emotion at the end of the game. He's a very emotional guy, but he very rarely breaks down in tears, which he did, talking about a couple of his seniors, Stephanie Dolson, and also talking about Bria Hartley. He has a love for those players. You saw Kevin Ollie's love for his players, especially the guys who stuck it out, who could have gone and transferred to other programs, but decided to stay with him and stay with the program. And what Gino said after the game was that, you know, he's flattered. He said, "I'm flattered and grateful at all the things that have come with this kind of accomplishment, 9 national championships. But what he said is that I'm more proud of the legacy that exists and what Connecticut basketball is opposed to the number of championships." And when you watch these games, these championship games that now add up for both the men and the women, you see throughout the stands former players by the dozens, frankly, maybe even by the hundreds, who come back because of the legacy that has been created in 20 years of 9 national championships for the women and 4 national championships for the men. And even though Kevin Ollie is the one that said it, UConn got there the hard way. We don't have the 100-year legacy of basketball like a place like Kansas or Kentucky has. We've built this over the last couple decades because just as Kevin Ollie has done over the last 2 years, UConn over the course of the last 2 decades in registering 13 national championships has always taken the stairs rather than the elevator. Congratulations as a diehard Husky fan to our twin national championship teams. I yield the floor.